This is the truth about Multi-Blood TypeMoon that you may have been ignoring. I believe that they have a plan. We need to understand that unlike the original Multi-Blood series of games, this is a prequel to the remake, meaning it is not a part of the original timeline. So if you're wondering where are some of your favorite characters, they either not prominent or have not appeared yet in the stories. So when they do appear, then we will get them. And I'll get to that point a little bit later, so stay tuned. I believe the plan behind Type Lumina is that they want to introduce as much of the remake characters into this game. This is a new era of Melty Blood with a new era of characters, some old, some new. Some characters have taken a back burner like Narrow Chaos, while others have replaced him, such as Vlav. Characters like Alco are still kind of relevant, so she was able to make it in. We have characters like Miyako and Koma who exist within the universe already as it stands, so of course they made their way in. And moving forward, having characters like Xion will probably have to wait until she's introduced in the story of the remake or appeared in a story that is a part of this new timeline. If this game is starting to feel unrecognizable to you, then I feel like the signs were always there, considering we're working on a completely different base from what we had before, where there are going to be some noticeable differences. But I'm sure some people out there listening to this may just want what they're used to. It will find it hard to accept that this is going to be a different type of experience from what you've had before. Now, moving into the DLC, there have always been themes behind these first two seasons. Now, I'm sure this will keep happening moving forward. The first season of DLC is very clear. It's old and new characters. We have characters who are from the older games who appear in the remake and newer characters who are remake exclusive. On top of that, following season 2, we have Neko Arc, who was essentially an anti-Melty character if you look at her story, who was messing around with things on top of summoning servants. Now, they did say that Ushiwaka Maru and Dantes, aka the Count Monte Cristo, are the last summons. But guess what? Not all fake characters are servants. We can still have a regular Shira, we can still have a Ren. Technically, Toko has been mentioned and appeared very subtly in Heaven's Feel. So technically, we could fit in more fake characters that aren't servants or servant versions of characters. So keep that in mind. And ideally, I see us having at least a season 3 and 4, because if Red Garden doesn't come within, I'd say, the next year or so, then we may have a season 3 with a theme that I honestly at the moment cannot predict. But if it does focus on other guest characters from other TypeMoon works, which I think would be very interesting, it would still upset people to some degree because taking away from them getting their Tsukihime characters in their Tsukihime fighting game. I am curious how the discourse for that would work out, considering that those characters would probably not be directly fate related and does not have so many people as upset. Following that, I do believe that in a season 4 of DLC will be the Red Garden characters, meaning we could see Vermilion Akiha, we could see all caps Shiki, we'll probably see characters like the Psyches or Arak, we'll definitely see Satsuki. So characters that play a more active role in that story are going to be selected for that. So don't expect some characters to appear until that part of the remake is released. I know it's disappointing to some, but it seems like that is the plan. So with enough patience and support, I'm sure eventually everyone will get their characters eventually. If not, at least have their second or third pick in the game. And I'll leave you with that to think about and discuss in the comments below.